all the insights. And with that, because we have two presentations left, so next up we have Rezwanul Kabir Niloy, Assistant Manager, International Business, Renata Limited. He is a pharmaceutical professional passionate about international business development and global brand building, with a background of working as a product manager in Bangladesh pharmaceutical market, where he have honed skills in marketing, brand management, and market planning. It is a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Rezwanul. And the crux of his presentation is the topic dynamics of global brand management. The floor is
Down
all
right line.
yours.
Thank you very much, Miss Shazia. Thank you for reminding me my topic. Actually, I forgot my topic, what I was about to present after so much learning today from the pharmaceutical icons of our country. So let me share my screen.
I like your sense of humor.
Thank you, sir. Actually, it's true, sir. Not like making up. This is my topic: dynamics of global brand management. So, let's begin. So, we are back to the global market again. I worked as a brand manager in the local market of Bangladesh, and then for the last 1 year, I've been working as a international brand manager. So there are some key challenges from switching from global from a local brand management system. So there, it was a like dynamic and exciting year last year for me, and if we say that if the challenges of the branding, already we know in the Bangladesh market that it is a very competitive market, lots of companies, lots of brands, and very clustered, highly competitive market, which has helped me to understand more the foreign market. And if we see the other markets except Bangladesh, that means uh, different market means different rules, different cultures, and different organizational logics. So think about that every market has their different cultures and way of doing business. So it is a very challenging job for us to understand what is going to happen if you launch your brand, or is the brand acceptable in that country that you are targeting to launch your brand. So the what I have learned from my last 1 year experience is that it is not just pushing your products into the new market. First of all, you have to like orient which brand element you should be promoting for your global markets. So, for example, if I share like markets that are stringent, like the European market or the US market or Australia, we know that they want high quality products, and like that they have to be bioequivalent and have to be like registered by their authorities. But in example, our market like Sri Lanka or Uganda, that type of market also requires bioequivalent products. So in the local market, like in Bangladesh, if I am promoting my brand with the element of like positioning that we have bioequivalence and other specific testing parameters which matches with the originator, but going into the international market in a country like Uganda or Sri Lanka, where they uh, prioritize of having bioequivalence to get registered in that country. So in that case, you cannot position your brand like saying what you are saying in the local market, that you have bioequivalence, because every molecule there have bioequivalence. And also the originator is available. So you have to be very precise and very significant of which brand proposition you are going to preserve to promote globally. And also you have to adapt to that country, that is that the proposition that you are going to position for your brand is accepted by the people or the customer of that country. So you have to combine both of these elements together to match your positioning and strategies before entering or pushing your products into the market. This is very key to enter with your brand to a new market. And there are lots of challenges. The first and foremost challenge is the culture, because it is 100% sure that your working culture and the other country's working culture is not going to match. So you have to collaborate with the people working there, also the customer engagement. You have to like uh, you have to be a liquid in a glass. You have to mix up with any shape. You have to, as an international brand manager, you have to become like transferable, and you have to mold your mind in such a way that you get involved in any people's mind, any culture, so that you get to know more about the country's culture before strategizing any plan for your brand. And the second challenge is the local legislation. And my God, this will suck your blood up, and this will test your patience level as a brand manager. Because, for example, you have bioequivalence for your brand and all the necessary elements that that is required to get registered in that market. But sometimes is that it's a new molecule that your company has launched in the local market, which has like 6 months or 7 months running, and the country that you are going to launch is needed 24 months of stability. So you cannot just immediately launch. You know that there is a whole market and you can become a fast mover, but you cannot just launch. It takes your patience, because you have to get 24 months of stability done before registering your product in that market. So this registration process, the stability or the bioequivalence and the registration timelines is test the patience level of a brand manager in the international level. And also you have to take in mind the local economy, because for example, Sri Lanka market, I have been working last year for 5 or 6 months. I have stayed there. So the local economy is not good there. So you have to understand the purchasing power of the people and also the expense habit, because the more country you are looking into, the more things are going to change frequently. So you have to adjust your brand policy, the pricing policy, everything depending on the economy and the people's buying power also. And the most last thing and the most important challenge that I face is the team integration. There is a human culture that we want to stay in our comfort zone. Everyone wants that. Don't want to change any new thing or new culture they want to adapt. So being a international brand manager, it's your key challenge that you have to overcome this lagging behind culture of people of not changing themselves. So you have to integrate your international team for like adapt to a new situation or new scenario or adapt to a new strategy, because the strategy that you are following in your local market cannot might not be like well accepted in uh, international markets or other countries. So you have to convince your people there. And also you have to understand the job attraction of pharmaceutical sector in that country, because for example, like if I compare to the Bangladesh market to the Sri Lankan market, so in Bangladesh market, people it is very highly competitive, and the competition is so high that sometimes the MRs they tend to switch from pharmaceuticals to other sector. But in Sri Lanka, there is a great affinity of joining the pharma sector. So it plays a key role of understanding how much affected the people the are towards joining the pharmaceutical sector. It will give you a boost if the people are more affiliated to the pharmaceutical sectors. So these are the key challenges that I faced over the last 1 year in developing the international business for my company. And I will share some insights of how to like strategize a global brand. This is from my experience. I have shared some scenarios and how I have approached with the strategies to overcome this. So the first thing we need to find is a suitable local partner. Local partner means the local partner in that particular country. So if the question might come that there are lots of clients available, what is the challenge here? So the challenge is it that we can work as a contract manufacturing. That means we produce the product and supply as a brand name of another company in that country, or we produce our own brand and become the MA holder of in that particular country. That is the way we get the uh, like access to the market and get the power to strategize the branding in that country. So first of all, we have to crack a deal with such a client who give us the access to the market and give us the authority to set up strategies and provide marketing plans and do the marketing thing in that particular country. So this is very important to find a suitable local partner. And secondly, understand the different market demand. So in a market like Sri Lanka, doctors have great affinity towards prescribing originator brands, and they have a mindset of like this, that they will not take any risks, even though patient cannot afford to buy such high valued products. They will not take any risks if other than originator they prescribe, if any like adverse effect is reported or any harmful uh, scenarios have occurred. So they just uh, play a safe game and prescribes the originator. Then it comes to the chemist shop and it gets like switched to another generic brand. So something like this. So we have to make the doctors understand that if we have a bioequivalent product, it matches the same quality to the originator, and it also benefits the patient with the lesser price. So this having this power of bioequivalence products from my company, it has been a great help for me to make the originators convert from originators prescription to my brand's prescription. So here the quality of the products comes into play to change the mindset of the doctors to prescribing originators to the branded generic product. And then the third insight is that we have to learn about the local consumers. So here I have included a line that's less buying power, but knowledgeable consumers sometimes give a very hard time. So that I have been facing last year, that the Sri Lankan people are very educated, I know. So I have been talking about Sri Lanka very much. So some guys might think that I am from Sri Lanka, but no, I am from Bangladesh. I am talking about the global experts of the Sri Lankan market, and so the what I was telling is that the Sri Lankan people, they takes prescription from the doctors. Suppose the doctor has prescribed the vitamin to him, but he thinks that the vitamin molecule is not uh, necessary for him to buy at this time, because he or she has a financial barrier. So by this thing, that our prescription product or overall the prescription of vitamin market has gone down, and also the sales have gone down because of this patient uh, what is it, the patient uh, stop purchasing the vitamins. So what we have done in that case is that we have to reduce the price and give some price benefits, and also make connections with the patients and the doctors, that with the price benefit the patients are going to buy the vitamins. So we have to um, pass the message to the doctors also to restart our prescription. So by this thing, that we have to know about the local consumers, how they are behaving to buy certain molecules. In if the vitamin market is not going well, our promotional budget or focus should not be on that molecule. So we have to convert our thinking to another one. So we have to understand the local consumers. And then another point I want to discuss is the combined consistency and flexibility in strategy. So this might be a bit confusing, that if we stay consistent, how can we become flexible? So this is an interesting concept, because uh, in our country we do a lot of CMEs and symposiums in the society programs to interact with the doctors, but it is the same thing we can do in a Sri Lankan market, but we cannot like enter into the symposium as a pharma guy. They do the symposiums in a closed door, and we can just enter with give our posters there, and we have to come outside and wait outside till the program is over. So how do we manage to interact in such sessions? So we have used the digital platform. We made our corporate videos, we gave to the doctors, and asked them to play it in their session, like 1.5 minutes or 5 minutes, 3 minutes of video. So with that, we physically were not present in that room, but our message was clear and seen and heard by the doctors. So this was another improvisation that we have to do by becoming flexible from our existing ideas that we implement uh, regularly. And also, like, if I am a brand manager and I go to a foreign country, I can play a role as a trump card. So if our sales colleague can say to the doctors that a foreigner has came and he wants to like have a 3 or 5 minutes of sessions about his company, then the doctor becomes happy. Oh, a foreigner, okay, he has access to that session. So a brand manager can play a role of a trump card entering in that type of like restricted rooms. So this is one of the like interesting strategy that we have introduced in the foreign markets. And finally is the intricate communication between the teams. So I have already said that the uh, changing mentality of people from outside their comfort zone is a challenging thing. So different country, different people, different experiences. So you have to get yourself mixed up with the people, and the best way to communicate and share your ideas and make them follow the people of different country is to uh, like feel them, make them feel that you are one of them, and you have to create your opportunities for both. You have to create opportunities for them both financially and also professionally, and this is the most important way to gain trust of them. So it is a very challenging thing to do, but this is the best strategy that I have found to make friend with the people of foreign countries, to get involved, to work with them in the field, to make them feel that you are same to them, you are one of them, so that they trust you, they feel that what you say is very logical and what you are trying to implement is well for both of us. So, and the last thing that I used in branding of the uh, in the foreign market is the country and the corporate branding. So when there is a friendly relationship between two countries, it can play a good role in setting up a customer's mind. Like Bangladesh has given Sri Lanka amount of loan in the time of their crisis. So every Sri Lankan people knows that thing. So we use this thing to have a discussion with the doctors to create a like more emotional mindset with them, and then go with the corporate branding of Renata, which how Renata is contributing to the society, how Renata is improving or boosting up the young generation. So these things are like binding up that how a country is doing well, and this connects to the emotion of people between two countries. So this is how a friendship grows between people of two countries using the advantage of the country's friendship, and it also uses the corporate branding level to get the customers mindset. So for each country there is like different people, different strategy and different culture, as I have said. So when you like going to launch a brand in a foreign country other than your own country, then you have to think that country as your own. So for me, a global brand building strategy is in reality a local plan for every market. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope my insights will help you a lot in branding your brand in the global market. Thank you.